My name is Tim Carter. I'm speaking on behalf of LAMP Theological Institute. When a professional videographer comes down and produces a professional video, then you can enjoy much better quality. But for now, I'm just trying to speak on behalf of LAMP Theological Institute from the international headquarters of BaptistLamp.org to somehow communicate what is this institute and to inform you that it is a body of work of several numerous people, pastors, professors, teachers, co-laborers with Christ, all students, the family members, all the people who have invested their lives to further the gospel through the Lord's churches, who have been entrusted the gospel. Along this wall are portraits of early days, a broadcast by Dr. Ben Bogart. I'll try to have some photographs online when we post the video. Some of this is the actual equipment, early days, if you will. You can't really appreciate it unless you're here looking at it. Again, this wall here. But if you look down back here, this goes all the way around. Brother Penn's office is over here, a study, that is, not rather an office, but I'm a little apprehensive even walking in there. So if you do come here, and you'll feel the weight of the heritage and the legacy. Also, what is LAMP Theological Institute but multiple seminaries, multiple faculties who have come and gone on before us. It's a rich heritage that you now have available so graciously with such ease through technology, iPhones, iPads, laptop, desktop, whatever. We have everything today. And more resources are coming online at LAMP Theological Institute, and you'll be able to very shortly to download a certificate of achievement that is, and wherever you are in your life and your walk with Christ, you can, as diligent as you are of effort you want to make, you can invest in this online and determine to learn, and then you'll have quite an education that is biblically speaking. And if you are somewhere where you have no access to such thing, this is web-based learning. This is not online school. You won't be enrolling in classes and things like that. It's much more substantial than that. You'll hear voices from the past. You'll hear lectures from people that have gone on years ago. You'll hear topical messages, expository messages, as they occurred in real time. For example, Dr. Penn's verse by verse that's online today, we're still closing the gap on where we're having some missing elements, and outlines are still being completed. But you'll hear as he preached, as he pastored. So those are real-time messages. And then you'll hear things, you have access to even messages by L.D. Foreman, long-term president of Mission Baptist Seminary, things from Brother Bogart. And when all is done in its fullness, all these older formats, tapes, VHS, hard copies, handwritten documents, will all be online in a manner that is very user-friendly. It's also a way to steward and protect, as Dr. Penn has been like a curator of the content, if you will. He's been a steward of the spirit of the faith and the seminaries plural, having been taught by men who were taught by the founders, having taught people who went on to serve in the school as professors and pastors all over the world, and having gone to make several mission trips. He accounts for that in his own video about LAMP Theological Institute, so I'll let him speak for himself. But all that being said, the Institute is a body of work that reflects those who labor in the Lord's churches, pastors who extend the favor to collaborate with other pastors, and it's an association that functions for the glory of God and the sake of the servants of Christ and the disciples that are being made today. So if you avail yourself of this institute, enjoy it, rejoice in it, you'll find it a rich heritage, a legacy, And yes, these are just men. As frail as we are in the flesh, God has entrusted great treasure, and now, for the first time in history, that which is greater than the sum of all of its parts now is available, so that there is no angst or concern of those who invested their lives in as students of a seminary or professors of a seminary or pastors or churches who support seminaries. All these seminaries are here now. The fruition of it is coming to pass, and it's being realized all over the world. Literally, the analytics have now indicated that the only limitation now is access to the internet, and that's it. Every place that the internet can be and is, then it has indicated the feedback. And if you go to baptistlamp.org, there's actually a real-time indicator of a globe that literally indicates, and that's real time. And I can say that as just a student of the body of work, the institute, as I call it, of this, that I was able to go and pastor a church, and being my first year in seminary was my first year as a Baptist, and it was a few years before I would even go in view of a call, but I was able to, because of this institute, this body of work, and all the people connected that could help me come alongside, I could pastor a church, and even now the church I pastor has an outreach that has gone global. So one thing I've enjoyed is I've come to meet people that I didn't even know I could ever know. I didn't know I could have colleagues that are out there laboring on the field. I didn't know I could share with them as they're agonizing to defend the faith and to present the Bible as God's Word literally, and for us to live by and to conduct our lives for His glory and for our sake. So it's been a joy overwhelming to me and to those that have come alongside. Students have returned to fellowship with Brother Penn here at the international headquarters, baptistlamp.org. Many students have their hand to the plow, if you will, helping complete outlines that need to have, let's say, Bible language words placed in them. Some are converting types of tapes or cassettes into more modern formats. So several people are now involved, and more people are involved. So if you have a heart to help, if you will, and doubtless all of us have, but if you have that for this particular work, contact Brother Penn and through social media or the website, and whatever you can do, it'll be outsourced to you. And contact me if you'd like, and I'll find some way to engage you, employ you in this collective work. As Associational Baptists, our association functions to improve the outcome for all of us, especially for God's glory. So that's what LAMP Theological Institute is. This headquarters here, you can see, if you ever visit here, it's a long history, and it's quite remarkable. So enjoy it. It's meant to encourage, as Brother Penn likes to say, he never intended this. He didn't see it coming, but he knew to remain faithful. And as Dr. John Owen taught us in seminary, it's for us to train and prepare, and the opportunities will be there. So now an opportunity that surpassed all expectations, LAMP Theological Institute, baptistlamp.org, and all these products of Landmark Media Productions is now coming to pass in a scope and magnitude that's unlimited, but by the technology that makes it available. So you have a blessed day. Enjoy this institute, and consider it a blessing. And may you appreciate it and find it a joy to hear and learn, as many of us have. Have a blessed day.